Gamers, we got the next upcoming tournament. The EGC Master, my first tournament in 2025. I've been practicing a little bit here and there. Practice is going all right. I win, I lose, and then I win. January 18th, which is Saturday and Sunday. So January 18th, 19th, and then every Saturday, Sunday after until Feb 9th. Now, these are the groups. They got announced earlier. And we got Group A, Marine Lord Core, Kilardi, Baltoon. That is definitely the, the easiest group, but, it is what it is. We got Group B, Poppypaw, Vortex, B, and Corvinus. That is probably the hardest group. Second hardest is Cutie Patootie, Louie, Demu, and Mio Maika that qualified without a drop map. What a Chad. And then we got Group D. You guys can't see the last player, but don't worry, I'll let you know which one it is. It's Wham, Anochad, Scarlet Devil, and Muhodo. Now, Scarlet Devil and Muhodo are probably not very known in Mio Maika for a lot of people. Scarlet Devil actually played a team tournament with Louie when there was a 2v2 tournament. So Scarlet Devil is pretty good mechanically, I would say. And I'm kind of excited to see how well he does, if he causes a little upset or something. Muhodo and Mio Maika, like I said, I feel like they have not qualified for a top 16 tournament ever, if in an extremely long time. So, yeah. Now, what I wanted to do is make some predictions. So here we go. Chat, are you ready? So the system we're using is GSL format. So for those that don't know what GSL format is, it's from StarCraft 2. And basically, the way it works is you have the highest seed in Group A, which is Marine Lord by ATR, all-time tournament ranking, versus the lowest seed, which is, in this case, Baltoon, because he qualified in the second qualifier. So these four players are the highest seeds. These four players are second seed. These four third seed. These four fourth seed. So each group has one of the first seed players, one of the second seed players, one of the third, one of the fourth. So Group 1, Match 1 is going to be Marine Lord Baltoon. And then the second match is going to be Core versus Kilardi. Now, I think predicting every single... I could try predict every single result. Do I just send it? And you guys can tell me if I'm wrong. Twitch loves doing that. Like, no, you're wrong, actually. This is what's going to happen. I think a lot of these first games are going to be pretty one-sided. Except a few. So Group A. Okay. Oh yeah, so let me explain the system. So the way it works is Marine Lord versus Baltoon, and then winners. So let's say Marine Lord and Kilardi win. They're playing right here, and the winner of that advances to round of 8. So in order to advance the group, you need to win 2 matches. If you lose 2 matches, you're out of the group. It's very simple. So winners play winners match, and then players that lose are playing elimination match. So basically, they're 0-1. If they lose here, they're out. Let's just start with predictions, all right? Group A, Marine Lord versus Baltoon. Come on. I think it's going to be a 3-0. Baltoon struggle versus Scatterbrain. It was a 3-2 versus Scatterbrain, so if he is dropping games there, that's going to be a rough one for him, all right? But we'll see. You never know. Kilardi or Core versus Kilardi. I think that's going to be a 1-3. I think Core is going to sneak some cheeky shit in there. But in the end, I think Kilardi is going to take it. I would be surprised. Core, obviously, I think going through would be a big upset. Because I think Kilardi and Baltoon have a lot better results in tournaments. Well, since the game came out, pretty much. Kilardi, I think, finished top 6 in the last tournament, right? So he's cooking. Thread carefully. Yo, chill. Then the winner match would be Marine Lord versus Kilardi. And, well, that's going to be a 3-0. And then we're going to have... So this is a winner's match. I should have just copy-pasted everything. Okay. So that's the winner's match. The loser's match would be Core versus Baltoon. And I think, again, I'm just gonna put a 1-3. I think Core is gonna get a game in there, you know, but I hope Core does well. You know what? I'm gonna put a 2-3 actually. I'm gonna put a 2-3. And then decider match is gonna be between Kilardi and versus Baltoon. That's I'm gonna say 3-1 actually. I think Kilardi is gonna advance. Like Baltoon is good, but Kilardi I think has a lot more tournament experience. And you know, playing on the ladder, playing this or playing that, I think is one thing, but getting into a tournament and playing the decider match and knowing like this is it, if you lose you're out, then I think Kilardi has an edge there. So advancing is gonna be Marine Lord as number 1 and Kilardi as number 2. Core says, I'm so disappointed in you. Bro, Core, you literally tell me every tournament I'm gonna lose. Shut your mouth, you little shit in the chat. You never once said I'm gonna win against someone. Shut your mouth. Alright, Group B. Now this is an interesting one. Group A I think is the easiest one to predict. I went to predict the results too. So I kind of want to look back at this after the tournament is over and see how many I got correct. I hope I remember. Group B. Now, Group B is a spicy one, and it's gonna be pretty interesting because we got 3 top players in this group, and I haven't played B and Puppy Paw in a while, but apparently B is in a good shape. I don't know how that's gonna go, but I think by the time we start the tournament, I think it's gonna be pretty equal chances to advance the group for these 3 guys. Corvinus, the underdog, obviously. Right? It's gonna be a rough one. Puppy Paw versus Corvinus. And we got Vortex versus B. You know what? I'm gonna put a 3-1. I think Corvinus is gonna sneak in 1. But, like, this is obviously a rough matchup. Like, Corvinus got a very short end of the stick here with this group. And I think it would be a very big upset if he makes it through with these 3 guys in the group. But we wish him the best. Vortex versus B. Now, this is the interesting thing. Let me show you something. Vortex versus B have a bit of a history. And Vortex has really bad results against B. Let me see if it has improved. So... 1-8. Yeah. So his win record against B is very bad. So this is going to be a really interesting one because Vortex is in a good shape right now. And they only played 1 in 2024 and it was a 2-3, right? Now, pro players, sometimes you get stuck in your head a little bit. I don't think Vortex is like that. But, like, it's been a year since they played last time. February 4th. Like, it's literally been a year since they played last time. And, I don't think Vortex is going to be like, oh my god, I struggle beating him. Oh, no. You know, he might have that in the back of his mind, but I think he'll be able to kind of deal with it. Now, I want to see B. Puppy Paw versus B. I want to see their win rates. Okay, here we go. Win rate is 6-5, so this one's been pretty close. And in 2024, 2-1 for B, 3-0 Puppy Paw, 2-1 for B. But these were March 30th. Do we have anything recent? December 27th? So this was very recent. This was like 3 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago. And B did win. So I think this one's going to be pretty close. And then Puppy Paw versus Vortex. I think Vortex has lead here. Oh my god! Okay, that... Okay, listen. I know this looks bad, like, for Vortex, because he's got, like, 11% win rate and 15% win rate against them. But he has a lot of better win rate against everyone else. That is very unfortunate. He's, like, in a group with 2 players that he does not do well against. Vortex versus B. Now, I do want to say, we did recently a tournament, Forged in Steel by Steel Series, shout out, and Vortex did beat B 3-2, and that match was not coached. So that was in the semifinals of that tournament. So they just played on their own, and Vortex did win 3-2, right? I think this group is going to be really close. Like, I think this, like, screw the win rates, I think the group is going to be really close. I think Vortex has time to prepare. These are best of 5s, right? I think Vortex is preparing. I'm going to say Vortex 3-1 against B. I think he's finally going to bring it back. I think he's finally going to bring it back. But honestly, I'm going to say this is a super hard one to predict. 3-2 or 2-3 either way, I think. I think it's going to be a really close match. Like, this is going to be a close one. And I'm definitely going to be watching this one. Yeah, 3-2 or 2-3, I think it's going to be a 50-50. I think B is going to pull some weird shit. And I think Vortex is going to pull some interesting stuff. And I think this series is going to be, it's going to be out there. Whereas Luciferon did not play, because I'm assuming he quit. Now, winner's match. Okay, so this is interesting. Winner's match. Papipo versus B. If that happens, I actually think if Papipo plays B, I think B is going to take that. I'm just going to send it. I think B is going to take that. I don't know why, but I'm feeling it. But if it's Papipo versus Vortex, dude, that's a hard one. I don't know, actually. I don't know. I'm just going to put question marks. I genuinely don't know who advances here. Okay, fuck it. I'll decide. 3-2 Vortex versus B. Papipo versus Vortex. 1-3. Vortex advances. Boom! Right there. That's it. I decided. Elimination match. Corvinus versus B. Again, that's going to be a pretty rough one. And I think B is just going to... He's just going to, like, fucking send it. You know? Like, Corvinus likes to play weird, but B also likes to play weird. Like, B excels at being weird in games. So, I think the strength of Corvinus is going to be the weakness against B. And then decider match, it's going to be B. It's going to be B. Papipo versus B. So, no matter what happens here, the decider match is going to look something like this. Papipo versus Vortex, Vortex versus B, Papipo versus B. I think it's going to be something along those lines. Honestly, like, even their results, they were like 55-45% win rate, right? This one is really hard for me to predict because I don't know how good B is. I genuinely don't know. I'll do 3-2. I don't know. Like, I don't know what the skill level of B is. And I think this group is going to be super difficult to predict how it's going to go. There's so many, like, what ifs and so on and so forth. Because this match can go either way. And because of that match, this match is obviously going to be different. And that one can go either way. So everything kind of gets screwed up. But let's say Vortex 1, Papi, Paw number 2. Group C. Oof, that's my group. Group B prediction is so off. No way Vortex wins against Papipo. Why? Go ahead. Papi beats him easy on ladder. Bro, ladder doesn't matter. Who cares about ladder? KPMM. Dude, best of 3 games. And ladder. And a tournament for $100 or whatever, however much it is, and a big tournament are completely 2 different things. Completely 2 different things. But we'll see. I think it's going to be a close group. I can see this match going either way, this match going either way, this match going either way. So I think it's going to be super close. Alright, Group C. Beastie versus Mio Maika. That's a 0-3. Easy. I'm joking. It's going to be a 3-0. It's going to be a destruction. I'm calling it right now. I'm going in there, boom, 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 43 minutes, best of 5. Yeah, maybe I just cursed myself and I get fucking destroyed. And I probably deserve it. Yeah. Match number 2, Louis MT versus Demu. Now, so this is a thing. In pro games, you have like everyone has a certain perception of players. And whenever we had LANs in AoE 4, we always were discussing who's gonna win against who. And people were like, are you crazy? There's no way that guy wins. And the other guy would be convinced because your perception of when you play against these players can be one thing and someone else's can be another thing. So I actually don't know where they match up. Demu is a more defensive player and Louis is like more aggro or trying to like control the map. Let's see. So the win rate is Demu is okay, so Demu is 5-3 win rate in series, but 3 of them were 2023 and 2022 when Louis wasn't really good. Louis is like peak form now in 2024 and now coming into 2025. And I know he's practicing a lot. I don't know how much Demu is practicing. I know he's played some games with he's playing some games with Marine Lord. So this is March 10th. Let's look at something more recent. June 1st, June 15th, King of Dry Arabia, August 24th, and that was a 2-3, so that could have gone either way. Like, we kind of have no info to go off of in this one. Yeah, I genuinely don't know what this is gonna go, which way it's gonna go. 3-2 Demu, 3-2 Demu, 3-1 Louis, 3-1 Louis, 3-2 Louis, 3-2. I think it's gonna be a 3-2 either way. I think I'm gonna put it at 3-2, but I think it can go 2-3 as well. Like, I think Demu can win 3-2 and Louis can win 3-2. But I genuinely don't know how their matches go usually. So I am, because they also play. Well, no, they play at the same time. But yeah, I don't know. I don't got a lot to go with. I think because we haven't had an S tier tournament in like a long time, except that show match at Red Bull. We haven't had a S tier tournament in like 6 months. And for like, yes, there's weekly tournaments and Mareka and I hosted tournaments in between. But these tournaments, like the S tier people practice for like weeks on these, you know, unique maps and stuff like that. So Louis, I know, definitely plays more custom games. So I feel like Louis will be better prepared. So that's why I'm going to give him a 3-2. I think Demu probably wins on more like normal maps, if you will. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that. How did I not play in KPMM yet? I have no idea. But the thing is, I wouldn't even look at KPMM too much because it's a best of 3 and it's completely different maps as well. Winners match, Beastyqt versus Louis MT. Elimination, Demu versus Mio Maika. I mean, I think this is gonna be a 3-0. I would be surprised if Demu drops a game. But Mio Maika, okay, I'm gonna put a 3-1. Mio Maika plays wild, and I don't know if Demu is gonna like look into it, how he plays and stuff like that. Beastyqt versus Louis, I'm gonna go 3-1. Boom, right there, 3-1. Beastyqt versus Louis head-to-head history? I actually don't know. 2-2. We also haven't played in a while. Actually, Louis is one of the players I have the least amount of games, which is really weird because Louis hits round of 8 pretty consistently, but we just don't meet. We are always on different sides of the bracket, or we never meet in round of 8. Like, this is the only S tier. I'm pretty sure this was like Elite Classic, but it was like one of those weeklies or something, right? Because it's best of 3. So this is the only time we played in an S tier tournament. Oh, I know what this was. I know what this was. Okay, I don't want to cope. Okay, I know it's gonna sound like cope, but I know what this was. I went trade every single game, I think, here. And I lost 3-1, so I don't know how much I would take that serious. But we'll see. I think I'm gonna win 3-1. And then last match is Louis versus Demu. And guys, there's a rule, especially in the GSL group stages. In StarCraft, there was always a rule. And there's like data to back it up. And it was crazy. Whoever wins in the first match, over 90% of the time, would lose in the second match. it always, like, almost always happened in StarCraft 2. So I'm gonna say, in the rematch, Demu wins. I'm gonna put 2-3. Or 3-2, but 2-3. It always happens. I remember in StarCraft 2, this always happened. I don't know what it is. Like, but it always fucking happened. If Demu wins here 3-2, then I think he's gonna lose in the decider match. There it is. I called it. Boom. So that means number 1, Beastie. Number 2, Demu. Group D. D's nuts. We got Annotant versus we got Wham-01 versus Muhodo. And then we got Chad versus Scarlet Devil. By the way, this is not StarCraft 2 Scarlet, alright? So people already asked this. It is not. I think this group is going to be pretty one-sided. Muhodo, you know, new in the competitive scene, but I think Wham's going to clean him up. I would love to see some upsets by these, like, newer players, because I think it's fun and good for the game, but I don't see it. But I'm gonna say Anochet Scarlet Devil 3-1. Winners match. Wham-01 versus Anochat. Oof. Elimination Muhodo versus Scarlet Devil.
Very nice.
KP, thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a good stream. Thank you. Wham versus Anotan. Now, what are the win rates there? Let me actually take a little peek here. Anotan needs to legally change his name to Anochat. KP stream randomly crashed mid-game. Rip. 3-8! Oh! Okay, now, okay, listen up. I did say best of threes don't matter as much, but they played a lot this year. That was, like, out of all the players we searched, these guys played the most. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Or not this year, last year, I guess. I'm still in 2024. So these ones we can disregard. This was fucking 2 years ago at this point, right? So whatever. So without these, the score is 3-5. Well, this is a best of 1. So it's like, okay, the score is then 3-4 in series. So it looks like terrible, 27% winner, but the score is 3-4 in series, right? So Anotan December 27th, Anotan 1-0. These are weeklies and best of threes, so have that in mind. 2-1. But in a best of 5 match in November, Wham won 3-1. So in the longer series, Wham wins, and again in the longer series, Wham won, and again in the longer series, Wham won. So the only time that Anotan won was in a best of threes. Very interesting stuff. And that gives me enough confidence to put Wham versus Anochat 3-2. Boom. Right there. That's it. I made it. I made a call. But I know I said this for like every series, but again, guys, these are top of the crop, literally. Anotan can't practice? Wait, why not? Wait, is he still in the hospital? I heard that Anotan's in the hospital. Is he still not playing? Bro, what did he do? Is it something serious? Is he gonna even play? Okay, we're gonna say 3-1 then. I forgot about that part. We're gonna say 3-1. If he's not actively practicing, that's gonna be pretty rough, I think. But we'll give him a 1. Scarlet won against Wham in practice 3-1? Wait, really? Alright, let's do 3-1. Budget. Muhodo vs Scarlet Devil. 1-3. Practice don't mean shit. I mean, it means something, right? It doesn't... Okay, I agree that practice doesn't necessarily mean that's how it's going to be in a tournament, but let's say even one time Scarlet Devil can beat Wham in best of 5 against Wham, that means he's probably pretty good. You know? But it also depends, like, yeah, it depends on the matchups. It depends on, like, was Wham trying stuff, you know. But let's go with that. And then decider match is gonna be Anochad versus Scarlet Devil. And I'm gonna say Anochad is gonna win 3-1, which means Wham01 will be number 1 and number 2 will be Anochad. And now we have our brackets, so we can do. So that would mean that matchups are based on this. If I am correct, the matchups are going to be Marine Lord versus Puppy Paw in round of 8. Round of 8. Marine Lord versus Puppy Paw. Group D first. Wham01 versus Demu. Group B first. Vortex versus, who did I say? Kilardi. And Beastyqt Patootie versus Anochad. So if I'm correct in my predictions, this is what the round of 8 is going to look like. There it is. Now, I'm not going to do full predictions because it's double elim, so it's like, you know, I'm going to predict everything. That's a little bit too much. And then best of 7s are pretty rough because those are a lot harder, and then best of 9. So we will see. Send these to? Hell no, it's going to take too long. But I am going to save these, and we can look at them after the group stages are done and see how many I got wrong or right. That will be it. Anyway, thank you guys. Have a great night. Till tomorrow. Peace.